My son's wife called me a burden, so I let her carry her family alone for real. Do you ever realize too late how invisible you've become to the people you sacrificed everything for? My name is Clarice Benson. I'm 64 years old, and I live in Greenville, South Carolina. I raised my son as a single mother after his father walked out on us when he was just 4. I worked 3 jobs at once to put him through college, never complained, never asked for anything in return. I thought that kind of loyalty meant something, until last month when I overheard my daughter-in-law telling a friend on the phone that I was just a burden, freeloading in their house. Her exact words were, "If she wasn't so pitiful, I'd have kicked her out by now." Pitiful. I never thought the woman my son chose would be the one to break my heart. In a way, even his father never managed. But what she didn't know was that I wasn't as powerless as she assumed. You see, the one carrying this family wasn't her. It was me, all along. If this story resonates with your soul, hit the subscribe button and let me know which country you're watching from in the comments. I read every single one. I shuffle into the kitchen, my cane tapping softly against the hardwood floor. The scent of Tanya's lavender candle lingers, sharp and cloying, like her presence in this house, my son's house, Derek's house. I keep reminding myself it's his, not hers, though Tanya's made it clear she rules every inch of this place. The clock on the wall ticks toward noon, and I'm careful to move quietly. Tanya's on a call in the living room, her voice carrying through the open door. I don't mean to listen, but her words slice through the air, impossible to ignore. She just sits around like she owns the place, Tanya says, her tone dripping with exasperation. "I'm already drowning here, Lisa. 2 kids, a husband who's barely present, and now I've got his mother acting like some kind of queen. I don't need another dependent." My breath catches, a sharp pang in my chest. Dependent. The word stings, burrowing deep. I grip the counter, steadying myself, my knuckles whitening. I'm not supposed to hear this. I'm supposed to be invisible, aren't I? That's what Tanya wants. I stand frozen in the hallway's shadow, heart pounding, as her friend's laughter crackles through the speaker. "Oh girl, you're too nice," Lisa says. "I'd have told her to pack her bags by now." Tanya snorts. "Trust me, if she wasn't so pitiful, I'd have done it already." Pitiful. My throat tightens, and I press a hand to my mouth to stifle the sound threatening to escape. 64 years of fighting, of surviving, reduced to that one word. I raised Derek alone, worked 3 jobs to put him through college, scrubbed floors, and balanced books, while his father vanished into the wind. And now, in the home my sacrifices built, I'm pitiful. I turn away, my cane wobbling as I retreat to my room. The door clicks shut, and I sink onto the bed, the weight of Tanya's words pressing down on me. But beneath the hurt, something else stirs, a flicker of defiance. Tanya doesn't know the truth. She doesn't know I'm the one keeping this family from crumbling. Derek had been the one to insist I move in after my hip surgery. "Ma, you'll never be alone," he'd said, his brown eyes warm with the same sincerity he'd had as a boy. I believed him. I packed up my small apartment in Greenville, sold what little I didn't need, and came here, thinking I'd be part of their lives. But Tanya's made it clear I'm an intruder. She sighs when I enter a room, her exasperation loud enough to fill the silence. She hides food in the fridge, tucking away snacks like I'm some thief. Last week, she forgot to tell me about the family picnic at the park. I watched them drive off from the window, my grandkids' laughter fading with the car. I stare at the ceiling, the fan spinning lazily above. My room feels like a borrowed space, the walls lined with Tanya's old furniture, her taste suffocating every corner. But I'm not as helpless as she thinks. I've been carrying this family for years, and Tanya's about to learn just how heavy that weight is. The next morning, I'm up early, brewing coffee before the house wakes. The kitchen is quiet, the sunlight streaming through the window. I'm slicing an apple when Derek shuffles in, his hair mussed, his tie half knotted. "Morning, Ma," he says, kissing my cheek. "You're up early." "Couldn't sleep," I say, keeping my voice light. I slide a mug of coffee toward him. "You headed to the office?" He nods, but there's a tightness in his jaw. Yeah, got a meeting with the boss. Things are shaky. My heart twists. Shaky. He doesn't say more, but I know what he means. 8 months ago, Derek lost his job. He told Tanya it was just a temporary setback, that he'd found freelance work to tide them over. What Tanya doesn't know is that his freelance gigs barely cover the kids' school fees. I've been the one paying the mortgage, funneling money from my retirement savings into a trust fund in Derek's name. Every month, I make the transfer, quiet as a whisper, so they don't lose this house. Tanya thinks she's the breadwinner, her real estate commissions keeping them afloat. She has no idea. You'll figure it out, I say, patting his hand. You always do. He smiles, but it doesn't reach his eyes. Thanks, Ma. I don't know what we'd do without you. The words warm me, but they also ache. If only he knew how true they are. Tanya breezes in, her heels clicking against the floor. She's dressed for a showing, her blonde hair pulled into a sleek bun. Derek, we need to talk about the car payment, she says, barely glancing at me. It's due tomorrow, and I'm not dipping into my savings again. I keep my eyes on my apple, slicing slowly. Her savings. I bite back a laugh. She wouldn't have savings if I hadn't covered the mortgage for months. I'll handle it, Derek says, his voice strained. Don't worry. Tanya huffs, grabbing her purse. You'd better. I'm not carrying this family alone. The irony burns. I set the knife down, my fingers trembling. Alone. She thinks she's alone. I want to scream the truth, to tell her every payment she's made came from my sacrifice. But I don't, not yet. The day drags on, each moment heavy with tension. Tanya's at her open house, Derek's at his meeting, and the kids are at school. I'm alone in the house, the silence pressing against me. I wander into the living room, my eyes landing on the family photos on the mantle. There's one of Derek and me, taken at his college graduation. I'm beaming, my arm around him, pride radiating from every pore. Tanya's not in that photo. She wasn't there for the years of struggle, the nights I went hungry so Derek could eat. She doesn't know the cost of this family. I sit on the couch, my hip aching from the morning's chores. I've been careful not to overdo it, but Tanya's comments about me sitting around have me pushing myself harder than I should. I want to prove her wrong, to show her I'm not a burden. But why? Why am I still fighting for her approval? The phone rings, jolting me from my thoughts. It's my lawyer, Margaret, her voice calm and professional. Clarice, I just wanted to confirm the trust fund transfer for next month, she says. You're still covering the mortgage, correct? I hesitate, my fingers tightening around the phone. Every month, I've said yes. Every month, I've poured my savings into this house, into Derek's life. But Tanya's words echo in my mind. Pitiful, dependent. Maybe it's time she learned what it's like to carry this family for real. Not this time, I say, my voice steady. Hold the transfer. Margaret pauses. Are you sure? That's a big change. I'm sure, I say. Let's see how they manage without me. I hang up, my heart racing. It's a risk, a gamble that could shake this family to its core. But I'm tired of being invisible, tired of carrying a weight no one acknowledges. Tanya wants to call me a burden? Fine. Let's see how she handles the real burden of this house. The front door opens and Tanya's voice fills the hall, sharp and impatient. Clarice, are you here? I need you to watch the kids tonight. I've got a client dinner. I stand, smoothing my dress, my resolve hardening. I'm here, I call back, my voice calm but firm. But I've got plans tonight, Tanya. You'll have to figure it out. Her footsteps stop, and I can feel her surprise from across the room. Plans, she says, her tone laced with disbelief. Since when do you have plans? I smile, though she can't see it. Since now, I say, turning away. Good luck with your dinner. I walk back to my room, my cane tapping with purpose. The game has changed, and Tanya doesn't even know it yet. But she will. Soon she'll feel the weight of this family, and I'll be watching, waiting to see how she carries it alone. I close the door to my room. the echo of Tanya's disbelief still ringing in my ears. "Since when do you have plans?" she'd said, her voice sharp with incredulity. I lean against the door, my cane steady in my hand, and let out a slow breath. "Plans? I don't have any, not really." But the lie felt good. It felt like a spark, a small rebellion against the woman who's made me feel like a ghost in my son's home. My resolve hardens, a quiet fire burning in my chest. I've stopped the trust fund transfer, and Tanya's about to learn what it means to carry this family without me. But for now, I wait, watching the cracks in her perfect world begin to form. The next few days are tense, the air in the house thick with unspoken resentment. Tanya is colder than usual, her sighs louder, her glances sharper. I catch her moving things. My favorite mug disappears from the kitchen. My slippers vanish from the hallway. Small petty acts, but they sting. Yesterday, I opened the medicine cabinet to find my pain pills tucked behind a box of bandages, hidden like contraband. My heart sank, but I didn't confront her. Not yet. I'm biding my time, letting her think she's in control. This morning, I'm in the kitchen, pouring tea, when I hear Tanya on the phone again. She's in the dining room, her voice low but not low enough. "Lisa, I'm telling you she's a burden," she says, the words slicing through me like a blade. "I'm planning a family dinner tomorrow night, and I'm not even telling her. She'll just sit there, taking up space, making everything about her." I freeze, the teacup trembling in my hand. A family dinner, my grandkids, Derek, Tanya's parents. They'll all be there, laughing, eating, sharing stories. And I'm not invited. The exclusion burns, hotter than I expected. I set the cup down, my fingers shaking, and slip back to my room before Tanya notices me. My chest aches, not from my hip, but from the weight of being erased. Pitiful, she called me, a burden. I've spent my life building this family, and now I'm not even welcome at their table. I sit on the edge of my bed, staring at the photo of Derek and me on the nightstand. His college graduation, his arm around me, both of us smiling like the world was ours. Tanya wasn't there for that. She doesn't know the sacrifices, the nights I worked until dawn to pay his tuition. She doesn't know I've been paying their mortgage, keeping this house over their heads. But she will. I've had enough. The next evening, the house buzzes with activity. I stay in my room, listening to the clatter of dishes, the hum of voices. Tanya's parents arrive, their laughter loud and warm. My grandkids, Mia and Ethan, race through the hall, their giggles piercing the walls. I want to go out there, to scoop them up, to be part of it, but I don't. Tanya's made her choice, and I'm making mine. I hear Derek's voice, low and tired. "Tanya, where's Ma? Shouldn't she be here?" Tanya's response is quick, dismissive. "Oh, she's probably resting. You know how she gets." Resting. My jaw tightens. I'm not resting. I'm right here, listening to my son's wife write me out of his life. I stand, my cane tapping softly as I move to the door. I crack it open, just enough to see the dining room. The table is set with Tanya's best china, candles flickering, the aroma of roasted chicken filling the air. Mia and Ethan sit with Tanya's parents, their faces bright with excitement. Derek's at the head of the table, his smile strained. And Tanya, she's in her element, playing the perfect hostess, oblivious to the storm she's brewing. I close the door, my heart pounding. That's it. The final straw. I've carried this family for years, poured my savings into their home, my love into their lives. And this is how I'm repaid. Hidden away, erased. No more. I pick up the phone and call Margaret, my lawyer. "I want to pull everything," I say, my voice steady despite the tremor in my hands. "The trust fund, the mortgage payments, all of it. Stop it now." Margaret's voice is cautious. "Clarice, this is a big step. If you stop the payments, they could lose the house. Are you sure?" "I'm sure," I say. "I've been carrying them long enough. Let Tanya see what it's like to do it alone." I hang up, a strange calm settling over me. The laughter from the dining room fades into the background. Irrelevant now. I've spent years being invisible, but I'm done. Tanya wants to call me a burden. Let her feel the weight of this family without me holding it up. The next morning, I'm up before dawn. Packing a small suitcase, I move quietly, folding my clothes, tucking away the photo of Derek and me. I don't know where I'm going yet. Maybe a hotel, maybe my cousin's place in Charleston. But I know I can't stay here, not anymore. I pause at the door, glancing back at the room that never felt like mine. Tanya's furniture, Tanya's rules. This isn't my home. It never was. I slip into the kitchen to grab my pills, and there's Tanya, already up, sipping coffee. She looks startled to see me, her eyes narrowing. "Clarice, what are you doing up so early?" I meet her gaze, unflinching. "Leaving," I say simply. Her mouth opens, then closes, like she's not sure she heard me right. "Leaving? What are you talking about?" "You heard me," I say, my voice calm but firm. "I'm not a burden, Tanya, I never was, but you'll find out soon enough what it's like to carry this family without me." Her brow furrows, confusion flickering across her face. What's that supposed to mean? I smile, just a little, and turn away. "You'll see." I walk out, my cane tapping against the floor, my suitcase rolling behind me. The morning air is cool, the street quiet. I don't look back. Tanya's world is about to shift, and I won't be here to soften the fall. The mortgage payment is due next week, and without my money, she'll have to face the truth. I've been the backbone of this family, and now I'm stepping away. Let's see how she handles the weight. Would you keep helping someone who treats you like nothing? Or would you walk away? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you believe dignity matters. The street is dark as I roll my suitcase down the driveway, the wheels whispering against the pavement. It's just past 2 a.m., and the Greenville air is heavy with the promise of rain. My cane steadies me, each step deliberate, my heart a mix of resolve and ache. Tanya's confusion from earlier, her furrowed brow, her sharp, "What's that supposed to mean?" lingers in my mind. But it's not enough to make me turn back. I've given everything to this family, and I'm done being invisible. The cab I called waits at the corner, its headlights cutting through the night. I don't look at the house as I climb in. This chapter is closed. Before I left, I did 3 things. First, I packed my suitcase with only what I need: clothes, my pills, the photo of Derek and me from his graduation. Second, I gathered every legal document tied to the trust fund, papers proving I've been paying their mortgage, their lifeline. They're tucked in my purse, safe, where Tanya can't touch them. Third, I wrote a letter to Derek, my son, the boy I raised alone. I slipped it into his nightstand drawer, sealed, where Tanya won't find it. Not yet. It says everything I couldn't out loud. The truth about the money, the weight I've carried, the reason I'm leaving. He'll read it when the time is right. For now, I'm gone, a ghost slipping out of their lives as quietly as I lived in them. The cab takes me to a hotel downtown, a small place with clean sheets and a view of the reedy river. I check in, my hands steady, despite the hour. The clerk, a young man with kind eyes, doesn't ask questions. I'm just another guest, not a mother walking away from her son's home, not a woman who's been called a burden one too many times. In my room, I sit on the bed, the silence both heavy and freeing. Tanya doesn't know what's coming. She thinks she's the one holding everything together. She's about to learn the truth. A month later, I'm settled into a modest apartment in Charleston, a rental near my cousin Renee's place. The space is mine, simple, with my own furniture, my own rules. I've been keeping busy, volunteering at a community center, teaching kids to read. It's a small life, but it's honest. My phone stays quiet most days. Derek hasn't called, and I haven't reached out. The letter I left him sits in my thoughts, a weight I can't shake. Did he find it? Did he read it? I push the questions down, focusing on the present. I'm done carrying their world. Then, one evening, my phone rings. The name on the screen surprises me. Tanya. I stare at it, letting it ring twice before I answer. Her voice, when it comes, is syrupy, forced. "Clarice." Oh my gosh, it's been forever. I just wanted to check on you, see how you're doing. I lean back in my chair, a faint smile tugging at my lips. Check on me, I know better. I'm fine, Tanya, I say, keeping my tone even. How about you? Everything okay? There's a pause, a hitch in her breath. Well, things have been a little tough, she says, her voice tightening. You know how it is. Bills pile up, and I don't know, it's just been a lot. I don't respond right away, letting the silence stretch. I can picture her, pacing her perfect kitchen, her nails tapping the counter. She doesn't know I know about the foreclosure notice that landed in their mailbox last week. She doesn't know I've heard, through Renee's friend who works at the bank, that their credit cards were declined at the grocery store, that the kids' school fees are overdue. Tanya's world, the one she thought she controlled, is crumbling, and she's reaching for a lifeline she doesn't deserve. Tough, huh? I say finally, my voice calm. I'm sorry to hear that. What happened? Another pause. She's choosing her words carefully, but I hear the strain. It's just, the mortgage. We got this notice, and I don't understand it. Derek's been a mess, saying he doesn't know how we've been paying it. I thought, maybe you'd know something. You were always so good with money. The audacity almost makes me laugh. She's fishing, pretending to care, when all she wants is for me to fix it. I think of the years I poured my retirement savings into their home. The months I paid their bills while Tanya hid my pills and called me a burden. I think of the family dinner she planned without me, the way she made me feel like nothing. My grip on the phone tightens. I don't know anything about that, I say, my voice cool. Sounds like you'll have to figure it out. You've always been good at running things, haven't you? Her silence is heavy, and I can feel her panic through the line. Clarice, please, she says, her tone shifting, desperate now. If you know something, just tell me. We could lose the house. I close my eyes, the weight of her words settling over me. Part of me wants to tell her the truth, to lay it all bare. I paid for your life, Tanya. I kept you afloat, but I don't. She doesn't get to know yet, not until Derek reads the letter, not until she feels the full weight of what she's done. I'm sorry, Tanya, I say, and I mean it, but not for her. I'm sorry for Derek, for the kids, for the family I tried to hold together. I can't help you. Good luck. I hang up before she can respond, my heart racing but steady. The room is quiet, the Charleston evening soft outside my window. I set the phone down and lean back, a strange peace settling over me. Tanya's world is falling apart, and I'm not there to catch it. Back in Greenville, I can imagine the scene. Derek, sitting at the kitchen table, the foreclosure notice in his hands. Tanya, pacing, her voice sharp as she blames him for not knowing how the bills were paid. The kids, confused, sensing the tension. And then, maybe Derek opens his nightstand drawer. Maybe he finds the letter, its envelope worn from a month of waiting. Maybe he tears it open and reads my words. Derek, my heart, I've been paying the mortgage for years. Your wife called me a burden, but I was the one carrying this family. I'm gone now because I deserve more than being invisible. I love you, but you need to know the truth. Choose wisely what comes next. I don't know if he's read it yet, but I know the truth will find him. Tanya's already feeling the consequences, her credit cards useless, her confidence shaken. She thought she was the backbone, but she was wrong. And now, with the house slipping away, she's learning just how heavy that weight is. I stand and walk to the window, looking out at the city lights. My life is small now, but it's mine. I'm not a burden. I never was. Tanya's call was a twist I didn't expect, her desperation a crack in her perfect facade. But I'm not going back. Not yet. There's more to come. Derek's reaction, the fallout, the moment they both face what I've done for them. For now, I wait. My heart steady, my resolve unbroken. Tanya's world is hers to carry, and I'm free. I stand at my apartment window in Charleston, the city lights flickering like distant stars. Tanya's desperate call from yesterday still echoes in my mind, her voice cracking as she begged for help with the foreclosure notice. I didn't give her what she wanted. I hung up, leaving her to face the collapsing pieces of her world. My phone has been silent since, but I know it's only a matter of time before Derek reaches out. The letter I left in his nightstand drawer holds the truth, and I can feel it stirring, ready to break free. For now, I wait, my heart steady but heavy, knowing the storm I've set in motion is about to hit. Back in Greenville, the morning sun spills into Derek and Tanya's kitchen, but the warmth doesn't reach the tension at the table. Derek sits with the foreclosure notice in one hand, his coffee untouched. Tanya's across from him, her face pale, her nails tapping the counter. The kids are at school, leaving the house quiet, except for the weight of their unraveling lives. Derek's been distant since the bills started piling up. Grocery payments declined. Tanya's car repossessed last week. He doesn't understand how it's all falling apart so fast. Tanya's been dodging his questions, insisting she's handling it, but her confidence is cracking. Derek stands, rubbing his temples. "I'm going to get my watch," he mutters, heading to the bedroom. He opens his nightstand drawer, searching for the leather strap, when his fingers brush against an envelope. My envelope. His name is written in my careful handwriting, the ink slightly smudged from a month of waiting. He frowns, turning it over, and tears it open. My words spill out, each one a truth he's never faced. "Derek, my heart, I've been paying the mortgage for years. Your wife called me a burden, but I was the one carrying this family. I paid for the groceries, even Tanya's car. I poured my savings into your life, because I love you. But I'm done being invisible. Tanya made me feel like nothing, and you let her. I'm gone now, because I deserve more. I love you, but you need to know the truth. Choose wisely what comes next." Derek's breath catches, his hands trembling as he reads. The mortgage, the groceries, Tanya's car. His mind races back to the months he thought they were scraping by on Tanya's commissions. The freelance work he barely contributed. It was me. All along, it was me. He sinks onto the bed, the letter crumpling in his fist. Shame washes over him, hot and suffocating. He thinks of the family dinner Tanya planned without me, the way she sighed when I entered a room, the times he stayed silent instead of defending me. He let Tanya poison his relationship with his own mother, the woman who raised him alone, who sacrificed everything. He storms back to the kitchen, the letter in his hand. "Tanya," he says, his voice low, dangerous. "We need to talk." Tanya looks up, startled, her eyes narrowing. "What's that?" He holds up the letter, his jaw tight. "This is from Ma. You need to read it, now." Tanya takes it, her expression wary. As she scans the words, her face shifts. Confusion, then disbelief, then something close to panic. This can't be true," she stammers. "She's lying. She's just trying to make me look bad." "Lying," Derek snaps, his voice rising. "She paid the mortgage, Tanya. She kept this house over our heads. She paid for your car, the groceries, everything. And you called her a burden. You made her feel like she didn't belong in our home." Tanya's mouth opens, but no words come. She sets the letter down, her hands shaking. "I didn't know," she whispers. I thought we were managing." "You didn't know because you didn't care," Derek says, his voice breaking. "You pushed her out, and I let you. I let you turn me against my own mother." The air between them is heavy, the truth laying bare every lie they've lived. Tanya's eyes dart to the foreclosure notice, the reality of their situation crashing down. Without my money, they're drowning. And she has no one to blame but herself. Derek's phone buzzes, pulling him from the moment. It's a text from me, sent just minutes ago. "Now you understand what I carried on my shoulders. You called me a burden. Now carry it alone." He stares at the screen, his throat tightening. The words aren't meant for him. They're for Tanya, but they cut him just the same. He knows I'm right. He failed me, and the weight of that failure is crushing. He looks at Tanya, who's still clutching the letter, her face a mask of denial and fear. "I need to call her," Derek says, his voice hoarse. He dials my number, but I don't answer. The phone rings out, and he tries again, desperation creeping in. He leaves a voicemail, his words tumbling over each other. "Ma, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I should have stood up for you. Please, just call me back. I need to make this right." In Charleston, I sit on my couch, my phone silent beside me. I see Derek's missed calls, hear the pain in his voicemail, but I'm not ready to respond. Not yet. He's devastated, I know that. He's facing the truth of what I did for them, the sacrifices I made, and the way he let Tanya erase me. But I need him to sit with that truth a little longer. I need him to understand the cost of my silence. Tanya, meanwhile, is unraveling. She tries to call me again, but I don't pick up. Her world is collapsing. Her pride, her control, her perfect life, and she's grasping at straws. Derek watches her, his anger mixing with grief. He knows their marriage is on shaky ground, that the choices they make next will define everything. I stand and walk to my window, the Charleston skyline steady before me. The truth is out, and it's changed everything. Derek's devastation is just the beginning. There's more to come. His next move, Tanya's reaction, the future of their family. For now, I'm free, my heart lighter than it's been in years. I'm not a burden. I never was. And now, they know it too. I sit in my Charleston apartment, the silence of the evening wrapping around me like a shield. Derek's voicemail from yesterday plays in my mind, his voice raw with regret. "Ma, I'm so sorry. I need to make this right." The letter I left him revealed everything. My years of paying their mortgage, groceries, even Tanya's car, and it shattered his world. Tanya's calls go unanswered, her desperation palpable, even through the silence of my phone. I'm not ready to forgive, not yet. The truth is out, and it's theirs to carry now. A week later, Derek calls again. I pick up this time, my heart heavy but steady. "Ma," he says, his voice breaking. "Please come back. I was wrong. I let Tanya push you away, and I hate myself for it. You're not a burden. You never were. We need you." His words ache, stirring memories of the boy I raised alone, the one who clung to me when his father left. But I'm not that woman anymore, bending under the weight of their needs. "Derek," I say softly, "I love you, but I can't come back. Not after everything." He's quiet, then whispers, "What do I do, Ma? I've lost you." "You haven't lost me," I say, "but you need to find your own way now." The next day, I'm at my cousin Renee's house, sipping tea, when there's a knock. Renee opens the door, and there's Tanya, her face streaked with tears, her usual polish gone. She steps inside, her eyes locking on me. "Clarice," she says, her voice trembling, "I'm sorry. I didn't know what you did for us. I was wrong. Please, come home." I set my cup down, studying her. Her tears are real, but they're not for me. They're for the house slipping away, the life she can't hold together. I lean forward, my voice calm but firm. "You're not sorry for what you did, Tanya. You're sorry for what you lost." Her mouth opens, but no words come. She knows I'm right. I stand, my cane tapping the floor. "I won't come back," I say, "but I'll help Derek get on his feet, without you." Tanya's face crumples, but I turn away, done with her tears. Renee ushers her out, and the door closes with a quiet click. I sit back down, my resolve unshaken. Tanya's true colors, her selfishness, her cruelty, are clear now, and I won't let her drag me back into her world. Over the next month, I work with Derek from afar. I connect him with a financial advisor, help him find a small apartment for him and the kids. I don't pay his bills, I'm done carrying that weight. But I give him the tools to stand on his own. He's grateful, his voice softer each time we talk, but there's a grief in him too. He's seeing Tanya for who she is, and it's breaking him. One evening, Derek calls, his tone different, resolute. "Ma, I'm filing for divorce," he says. "I can't stay with her, not after what she did to you, to us. I should have seen it sooner." I close my eyes, a mix of relief and sorrow washing over me. "I'm proud of you," I say. "You're choosing what's right." In Charleston, my life is quiet but full. Volunteering, time with Renee, a new rhythm. Derek's choice marks a turning point, a chance for him to rebuild without Tanya's shadow. I don't know what lies ahead for him or the kids, but I know I've done my part. I'm not a burden. I'm Clarice Benson, and I've carried enough. Now I walk free, my heart steady, ready for whatever comes next. Have you ever cut someone off to protect your peace? And did they only come back when they needed something? Let's talk about it in the comments. The Charleston sun dips low, painting my apartment's small living room with golden light. I sit by the window, a cup of chamomile tea cooling in my hands, the quiet hum of my new life settling around me. Derek's divorce filing last month was a seismic shift, a line drawn in the sand. His words, "I should have seen it sooner," echo in my mind, a bittersweet reminder of the son I raised, now finding his way back to me. Tanya's tearful plea at Renee's house, her hollow apology, fades like a bad dream. I didn't go back. I helped Derek stand on his own. And now, a year later, I'm ready to close this chapter. I've moved into a senior community just outside Charleston, a place I bought with the last of my savings. Not for Derek, not for Tanya, but for me. The cottage is modest, with a porch overlooking a garden where roses bloom year-round. I've filled it with my own things, a quilt I sewed, photos of Derek as a boy, books I never had time to read. The community is alive with laughter, card games, and neighbors who know my name. For the first time in years, I'm not invisible. I'm Clarice Benson, and this is my home. Every Sunday, Derek drives down from Greenville with my granddaughter, Mia. Ethan, my grandson, is with his mom this week, but Mia's visits are a gift. Today, they pull into the driveway just as I'm setting out lemonade on the porch. Mia, 8 years old and all energy, bounds up the steps, her braids bouncing. "Grandma," she squeals, throwing her arms around me. I hug her tight, my cane propped against the railing, my heart full. Derek follows, his face softer now, the weight of last year's shame lifting with each visit. "Hey, Ma," he says, kissing my cheek. "You look good." I smile, gesturing to the chairs. "Sit. Tell me about your week." We talk for hours, the conversation easy. Derek's settled into his apartment, working a steady job at a tech startup. The divorce is final, and he's got custody of the kids most weeks. He's different now, grateful, humble, the boy I raised shining through. He brings up the letter I left, the one that laid bare my sacrifices, the mortgage, the groceries, Tanya's car. "I still can't believe you did all that," he says, his voice low. "And we let you feel like nothing." I reach for his hand, squeezing it. "You're here now," I say. "That's what matters." Mia chimes in, her eyes bright. "Can we plant flowers in your garden, Grandma? Like the ones you had in Greenville?" I laugh, nodding. "Next week, baby. We'll make it our own." As they drive off, I linger on the porch, the sunset streaking the sky with pink and orange. I think of Tanya, now living with her mother in a cramped apartment back in Greenville. Renee's friend, who still works at the bank, told me Tanya's still bitter, still broke, blaming everyone but herself. The foreclosure went through, the house sold to cover debts. Tanya's pride, her perfect life, crumbled when I stopped carrying her world. I don't wish her pain, but I don't lose sleep over it either. She made her choices. I sip my tea, the warmth spreading through me. For years, I carried Derek's family, my savings, my silence, my love holding them up. When I let go, they learned how heavy I'd been holding them. Tanya's regret is her own. Derek's redemption is mine. I'm not a burden. I never was. The evening deepens, and I head inside. The cottage quiet, but alive with my presence. Tomorrow, I'll teach a reading class at the community center, then meet friends for bridge. My life is small, but it's mine, built on my terms. Derek's weekly visits, Mia's laughter, the roses outside my window, they're the payoff for years of sacrifice. I close my eyes, the sunset's glow lingering in my mind, and smile. I carried them for years, but now I'm free. If this story made you feel something, if you've ever been underestimated, mistreated, or pushed aside after giving your all, Hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments, what would you have done if you were me?